Hello, this is Barbara coming to you from the Below Ministry. You know how sometimes you had a very, very confusing and chaotic day? Well, I had one of those. But throughout my day, I had peace throughout the day. I thank God for that peace. I love Him. I had plans today to do some errands. I had some things I had to pick up and some places I had to go. So when I left my house today, I think it was like 1 o'clock, a little bit after, I was planning on going to Suffolk, which is not that far from my house. But I heard that little voice say, no, don't do that. Go get you some gas and go to Virginia Beach. Well, Tuesday was my son's birthday, and every year he asks for ice cream cake. So I decided to go ahead and, take him his little ice cream cake and see my grandkids. So as I was doing this, um, one of my longtime, lifelong friends, which I consider a brother, has been hospitalized. So I heard that I needed to go see him today as well. As I went to the hospital, it was some confusion in where his whereabouts was at. They could not locate him. It took about 15-20 minutes to locate my friend. Well, come find out that he was discharged from the hospital. In the process of them trying to locate him, I made a phone call. And in the process of making this phone call, his sister answered his phone. And I was like, what's going on? And she was very upset, very emotional. Come find out that my friend had went home and passed out, and he had to be driven by the paramedics back to the ER. It was not a good situation. So I ended up going to the emergency room, waiting for him to return back to the hospital. And I sit there with him for a while. I love my friend very dearly. He's been my friend since I've been 13. We have been friends for 43 years, and I love him to death. So I sat there with him for a while and, just talk to him and minister to him and tell him how much I love him and how much I care about him and how much he means to me. But this over sensation and overwhelmness of God's presence and His love and His peace was still upon me. So, time slips away. Well, it did. Before I know it was like 4 o'clock. 4 going on 5. 4:40 something. I'm like, wow, time's, slipping away. So now I proceed to go to the store, which I was supposed to go to from the beginning. As I get close to my destination, guess what? An accident. Yeah. So I'm sitting there and I turn around and boom, an accident. I think I sit there for like, 45 minutes? I don't know. I had to cut the car off because I didn't want the car to run hot and, this situation and and I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh man, I left the house at 1 o'clock. Now here it is. And the truth thing is, I looked at my phone. It's like 7 something. I'm like, what in the world? How long I been sitting here? So as I'm sitting here wondering what happened to my time, God gave me a revelation. Be still. So I had to wonder why He wanted me to be still. I had to be still to really realize what was going on with my day. What was really going on. You know what was going on? He had a plan. Not me. He did. What my plan was to get up and go to this store and go and do what Barbara wanted to do. But my day wasn't about Barbara. My day was about him. Because he wanted me to deliver that cake and to be in the place at the right time, listen now, for my friend. Because my friend was going through something that I had no idea about. Because he had to be re-hospitalized. So as I sit here and think about it, if I would have went and did what I was supposed to do, not thinking, but what Barbara wanted to do, and if I wasn't so in tune with God and his peace of all understanding, I would have never heard him when he said, go that way. Make that detour. Go. Deliver that cake and go to that hospital. I was sitting there thinking about what he said and the choices that I made throughout the day. Sometimes God got to put us in a place where we are quiet enough and be still enough to think about the choices, the plans, and the places that we go through in life. And sometimes when you still, you think about the things that you do, the mistakes that you make, the things that you say out your mouth, that you can get it right. If you sit still long enough to think about the things that you do in life, God will give you a second chance to get it right. And I'm glad today that he put me in that traffic to make me think about the choices that I made today. And I'm glad that I was quiet enough, had the peace of all understanding today, that I made the right choices today. It wasn't about what I wanted to do. It was about what he had planned for me to do. And I'm glad that I followed his plans because my friend needed me and I needed to be there for him too. Because I needed to be there too. Because what he's going through, I also went through. And I wanted to support him because I love him. He's not only my friend, but he's my brother. He went through so much with me and I'm going through with him. And I'm going to be there to support him the same way he has supported me through life. This is Barbara coming to you from the Below Ministry. The day word is be still. Sometime in life we got to be still to hear what God is trying to do with our life and the choices that we make. I hope everybody is having a wonderful and beautiful day. Yes, it is hot, but I don't care. Because whenever God wakes me up to breathe his holy breath, I'm going to deal with whatever weather or anything that he has for me. Love you. Y'all have a wonderful and beautiful night. Good night.